Welcome to the Barn Theatre in Cirencester. We are sat here on the stage. Behind us we have Henry V, which won't be here for much longer, and in a few months, Daddy Longlegs will be arriving into this space. And here we have the designer and the director of the show. So would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Kirstie Davis. I'm a theatre director.
And my name is Gregor Donnelly, and I'm a set and costume designer.
Lovely. And so you've spoken a little bit about the show, but we're still in the very early stages, is that correct?
We are. The lovely thing I think about this stage is the possibilities of it. So anything can happen at this moment. It's a beautiful love story, and it's not been done very often, this particular version. So the one I know is the Fred Astaire film with Leslie Caron, isn't it? But it's quite a different version, actually, the stage version. And so I think it's full of surprises. And Gregor and I are beginning those really lovely conversations that you have at the beginning of a process, where it is all about collaboration and our brains ticking over and mulling and going, what could it be? What does it look like? What are the aesthetics? What are the rules? And then breaking them.
So obviously the show is set in the very early 1900s.
Yeah.
So at this very early stage, do you tend to keep things traditional when it comes to shows set in a period, or do you think it's fun to really like muck around with those ideas?
I suppose, you know, at this, as Kirstie says, at this stage, it's a great opportunity just to explore whether we go for a kind of period look on this or we bring it, you know, bang up to date. And, you know, as Kirstie says, we're still very much kind of early stages. I think we're keen to give some traditional nods. Because there is all that kind of fabulous kind of history around it, and as Kirstie says in the film that we've had a little look at, but you know it's a kind of different version. This, and the thing about the barn is, you know, having been here before, it's such a superb theatre, and it's got so much potential, you know, as you can see with this set that's behind us at the moment for Henry. So, you know, really excited because there's lots of potential, and I think we're kind of just keeping everything open at the moment in terms of, you know, the direction which we'll go with it.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously this is a two-hander, originally going for a one-hander, but it got changed to a two-hander. Right, question here. If you could have any cast of your choice, who would you have? Male and female?
I can't do that to those actors out there who are about to audition for this in any way. I just can't do it. But if Hugh Jackman's available, I'll go with that. No, it's going to... I actually said that and then meant, yeah, actually, I would like Hugh Jackman. The lovely thing about this is it's got the real potential to have two amazing people who can sing and act, because I mean I love the fact it's a musical with only two people. I mean that in itself is rather unique, isn't it?
And the fact that it's only through letters.
And it's only through letters that they're exploring this relationship with each other. So it's finding those two people that we're about to try and do in 2 months' time, who have the ability to be able to tell that story through their voices and their acting ability. And, you know, we need to just find them, and we're going to see a lot of people. But that in itself is rather exciting, and to find who's out there, you know, and who's able to do it. And, you know, I've done a few musicals in my time, and so I know a few people. But I'd love to see, you know, the new people as well, who I haven't worked with. We're always out for that, to see, you know, the new collaborations that happen. What I love about this space, of course, is because it is a two-hander and a two-hander musical, how lovely to have an intimate space for it. It sort of lends itself so much, doesn't it, that the audience are going to have that really lovely, direct relationship with those two actors as they tell their story through song.
What are you up to at the moment? What are your kind of things that are happening with you guys, obviously before Daddy Longlegs begins?
I've just put on a show, Bristol Old Vic Theatre School, that's touring, West Country tour with some amazing young actors, and that's the Canterbury Tales, and I'm about to go to Mount View and do Spring Awakening.
Amazing. I just saw a production of Spring Awakening.
There you go.
Amazing
well, I'm about to do that one.
But good show. Very
good show.
hard show. Amazing
It's a good show.
Yes.
So currently I'm working on My Son Pinocchio. So that's on in London, and we're doing that at the Southwark Playhouse. And then I start on Me and My Girl, which is at Frinton-on-Sea in a big top. Nice. So it'll be the first time that I've designed anything for a big top, which they've sent the pictures of, and it looks fabulous. So looking forward to being beside the sea for a
Especially
while.
in the summer, that would be
sure,
so nice.
For sure.
In that sense, do you prefer designing for intimate spaces, or do you prefer to design for big kind of thousands-seater spaces?
Do you know? And I've done both. I've done a real variety of stuff. I've been very kind of fortunate. Do you know the two things? You've got to feel passionate about the piece you're designing for, and you've got to have some connection, whatever that connection is. You've got to feel something for it. And importantly, for me, it's significantly about the team, and it's about the people that you get to collaborate with, because design feels very much a collaborative process. And, you know, I love when you get that mix of views and ideas and thoughts and thinking that comes together to produce that end goal. So yeah, the two things for me are around the piece and your engagement and kind of buy into that, and the team. And we've got both on this. Oh, very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah, very exciting. Well, thank you very much for tuning in and listening. Daddy Longlegs will be at the barn later this year, so make sure you get booking your tickets soon.